Hey everybody, HeroGFX here with another Photoshop tutorial. Alright, so today's tutorial is how to get this indented background effect here, where it looks as if part of the background is indented or cut out from the rest of it. You can see it really well on this one. Zoom in a little bit here. Where it looks as if this middle section here is indented from the rest. So let's come on over here to Photoshop. Click on my background layer here. Come over to the left to the gradient tool. Here, let's see. Let's go ahead and make this side black, this side red. Opacity 100. Alright, we'll try to center it up best as we can here. Alright, I'm leaving it. It's just for tutorial purposes anyway. Alright, so now that you get the gradient overlay style that you wish and like, come down to the bottom right here, click on New Layer. Come over to the left, click on the Pen tool. And I know some of you may be thinking, oh god, the pen tool, but that's how you have to do it. So you could either, just make a nice little rectangle or whatever and do this. But that is not what I'm going to be doing or showing you guys. I'm going to show you how I did it, say, let's zoom out here, as I did in this one or this one. So once you get your pen tool, go ahead and come outside the edges here. Click somewhere in the middle-ish. Let's see, let's get that lower. There, I like that better. Alright, then finish it off on this side. Click down. Come back in. You can either match it up, kind of like that, or you can screw with it, play with it like that or something, but I tend to leave it a little wider so more of the effect can be seen and shown. So once you get however you like, I'm just going to keep that for tutorial purposes. Go ahead and connect it, then double click or right click, fill path, click OK, delete the path, and now we have what we drew out with the pen tool in black. So to get it to where it looks blended in with the rest of the background, hold down Command on a Mac, Control on Windows, and click on the thumbnail of the layer you just created, so then it selects the entire shape that you just designed there. Then click on whatever the background layer is going to be for this. Hold down Command C or Control C, and click back up on layer 3 or whatever the layer is. Click Command V or Control V, and then delete your original layer. So now we have this layer which blends in perfectly with the background. As you can see, until I moved it around, you could not see it there. It just kind of fades away. So go ahead and open up the layer style for that layer here. Click on Inner Shadow. Raise the opacity up to 100. Blend mode to normal. If you want, you can play around with the angles and such. I typically just leave it at 90. You can turn global light on and off, whatever you feel. Lower the distance down to 0. Raise the size up some, raise the choke up some. I typically don't raise the choke up a lot because, as you can see, it does not look like a shadow, just an outline. So I just raise it up to about 5 or 6. Just kind of my preference for this design. And that looks pretty good, so I'm just going to click OK. And that was short, sweet, and to the point. Showed you how to get this indented design in the background. But while I'm doing this tutorial, I'll go ahead and show you how to do the lettering or words in the design, as you see in these 3 here. It's pretty simple. So let's go ahead and click on my type tool. Let's type H R GFX. Let's go ahead and raise this above like this layer so I can see it. Change. Oh, shoot. Come on now. There we go. I gotta change my font to get the letters in there, or the numbers. 3, 0. Oh, come on. Alright. Let's go ahead and raise this one up. Just 200. Will that work? Alright, that looks good for right now. I'll just leave it at that. Alright, so let's turn it, drag it over to here, turn it a little more. Right there. Alright, so that'll be the lettering and design that I'm gonna have inside. So go ahead and hit Command J or Control J to duplicate the layer. And just kind of set it up however you want. I'm gonna set it up a little like this. Command J again. I think I may go above it. Leave a little space here. Let's close this one in some. Alright, that's good enough for right now. So not all of your designs will fit together like a puzzle piece, so you'll have to play around with how you layer your words together. But come over here to the right, go ahead and hit Command E or Control E to combine them all, then Command J to duplicate, and then just play around and keep duplicating and combining the layers until you get however you want to look like, and until you get everything to be filled up in the gaps. Like so. Let's see, that fills up everything, I believe. Let's go ahead and just combine that all. Alright, so that looks pretty good for right now. That's how I'm going to leave it. Go ahead and drag this layer all the way down to go right above the indented layer. Then holding down Alt, move your cursor right in between the two layers and click. So then it goes inside there. And then as you see in these, I also tend to make the lettering indented. That's just something I kind of taught myself, played around with it. As you see, it looks pretty good right there, how it is. These settings, the inner shadows, 100, blend modes, normal. Distance, with every one you kind of play around with it a little more. I think I had this at 5, didn't I? Yeah, let's go ahead and just raise that to 10. That looks good. The choke, I didn't really mess with that, just left it at 0. I rose the size up a little bit to 10, because otherwise it's not an indented look. Color overlay, just pick a color that kind of matches your background, so then it looks as if it's blended in, because if you had, green, still look indented, but wouldn't go with the rest of the background. So then drop shadow. This one there are some minute changes. Typically, this is at 100. I don't know what the blend mode is. Probably screen or soft or something. I changed the opacity to 30. Blend mode to normal if it's not already there. Distance and such I don't really mess with. Just have it at 1. I unclick global light here, and then typically that'll change it to 120 degrees. So then you just typically it'll be like that. You just come in and turn it back to 90. You can play around with that too if you want. Play around with these if they change anything, which they don't really seem to be doing a whole lot right now. So I'm just going to leave it how it is. But that's how to get the indented lettering look, indented background effect. It's pretty simple stuff. It's neat, it's clean, It works really well on backgrounds if you know how to use it correctly. Go ahead and get creative, guys. I hope this helped. Hope you learned something through this video. If you're not subscribed already, go ahead and click that button. For every subscriber, you receive a free package of bacon that you pay for yourself. But leave a like, leave a comment, tell me what you think, and happy photoshopping. Cheers.